Yes, I am.
And what did you study? How did you arrive there?
I took a number of courses at Agape International Spiritual Center, right? It's a place in Los Angeles, California, where all religions come together, sort of put aside religion and basis on unconditional love. So it's not really one person's word over another or anything like that. It's sort of dropping the veil in a sense. Now, it's still not perfect because people still have their judgments and so forth. So things still happen there, but we strive towards that. You know, we strive to make it better bit by bit. So,
and that's where Gabriel and I met.
That's where we met, yeah.
Where do you come from originally?
I'm from Trinidad originally, right? And for those of you who don't know, that's down in the Caribbean, next to Venezuela down there.
Yeah.
Like the Caribbean Islands, yeah. So I'm from, and then the sun, the sea, the sun, all that stuff, you know. This is like ridiculously cold for me right now, but yeah, so that's where I'm from. Yeah.
And yourself and Tara, in different ways, Tara can come to you. You actually work at healing people.
Yes, indeed.
Tell us about that, Tara.
So long as I can remember, I've been drawn to the healing arts. When I was a little girl, I used to collect crystals, and I studied stuff having to do with the druids, and you name it. I've been all over the map when it comes to these things, and I've studied yoga and meditation. And the one thing that I realized is that I've seen thousands and thousands of clients from age 11 up to my oldest client is 91, and from every different walk of life you could possibly imagine. And the one thing that is common, that journey that Jim was talking about, from the head to the heart, it is one of the toughest journeys that any of us will ever take. And that's one of the places that I like to facilitate from, is helping people go into those deeper spaces and to facilitate that healing and to not be afraid, because we all have fear. And of all the thousands and thousands of clients that I've seen, we all go through the exact same thing. We have the exact same fears. We have the exact same things that pop up for us in our emotional field. The only thing that changes is our story. And that's where we get to connect with one another, is when we share our stories and we share what it's all about, we then realize that we're not that separate. And so part of the healing is all about unity consciousness. And that's one of the things that I love about music, is that it brings people together and it takes that journey from the head to the heart instantly.
So we talked earlier on this morning, Gabriel, if someone came to yourself with a bad back.
Yeah.
Because in our house we have all bad backs at the moment.
Yeah.
What could you?
What would it look like?
The back? No. What would you do, or what could you do for?
Okay, well, each time it's sort of different. I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out every time, but it starts kind of like this. So a person comes to me and says, "Okay, my back is hurting. I have a bad back," or whatever that is. Now, as Tara just said, we're all part of a circuit, and by pulling yourself out and saying, "Well, I have a bad back," you kind of pull yourself out of the circuit all of a sudden, because you're putting a separate eye from the whole, saying that eye is hurt or defective in some way. So my first job as a healer is to know that person that's saying that, I can't agree with them on the fact that they are sick, number one. Because if I agree, then I'm actually helping them to separate. So number one for me is to not disagree with them so that they know I disagree, but in myself disagree with it, right? I have to disagree because I would be then agreeing that person is separate from the whole. So that's number one. And from there, viewing that person as they put it in Christian terminology, as the light, as perfect, whole, complete, and all of that. I get to go through a series of things that will happen. It may be meditation, it may be a guided, it could be anything. A lot of things happen. Sometimes it's hands-on work. Sometimes it may actually be a counseling session. Sometimes it may be an exercise that we have to do. I don't know exactly what's going to happen every time, but something happens for them to match up to that image by the end of whatever the session is. And a lot of people are healed that way.
So if Danny Kennedy afterwards, like the rest of us who has a sore back, if you met up with you afterwards, you could help him.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Part of it is remembering that image, right? We talked a lot about this, that, you know, we come in whole and complete, but somewhere along the lines, we forget. right? And so part of our role is to help people remember, and whether that's through a word or through an energy, through a smile or through a hug. I love to hug people. So if anybody, I love hugs.
Me too, by the way.
It might be a long
Maybe you want to come up for my hugs.
Right. Well, the idea. The idea of the evening, anyway, is to get to know each other and get to know each other, I suppose. But could you give us a song when you're here?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
They were going to do a cappella. I flew in from Canada this morning, so I had to write down the lyrics in case I forget a little bit. But yeah.
Tara and Gabriel, give them a big welcome.
So this song is actually an original written by co-written. My friend and I wrote it together. It's called Be Not Afraid. And the guy who wrote it with me, his name is Richie Pollock. I had to mention that and give him credit. He's really passionate about this song, and it is a great song, definitely. So, Sarah is my wife, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Right? And,
I was thinking about it, actually. I'm like hearing everybody talk, and I'm like, we really are representing the United Nations here, which is great. So we're all coming together. It's fabulous.
Dropping the veils. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Be not afraid.
Be not afraid.
I will protect you.
I will protect you.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid.
I will provide. Stay by my side and I'll guide you. Cross the ocean wide.
Be not afraid of your tomorrow.
Of your tomorrow.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid
of your today. Use of this time, it's yours to borrow. Don't throw it away.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid
to know the silence. Be still and listen to the sound of peace. Be not afraid.
Be not afraid
to let your light shine. Be not afraid to say what's true. When the right words pour like fine wine, that's when I feel you. Now how will you get through all the heartaches to come? It's by breathing and feeling my love, by breathing and feeling. Be not afraid. I will protect you. Be not afraid. I will provide. Stay by my side and I'll guide you. Cross the ocean wide. Cross the ocean wide. Cross the ocean
ocean wide.
Gabriel and Tara.